That side, you may see like the Crunch Bar, for example, maybe the Cadbury one. Now there's a Cadbury Burnville dark, just to give you an idea. It's from 1903, so just about 120 years old.
That's old, old.
It's well enough, if you notice, I'm still talking about just a drink, right? Chocolado, and then we're talking about hot chocolate. Where are all our chocolate pieces? Well, it happens that just around in Great Britain, in 1847, a man named Mr.
Yep, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Donuts. Gosh. Cookies. So many chocolate nuts. Little cookies. Nice. So yeah. Hey you guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video on this channel. So if you're brand new, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon, and tell your friends and family about my channel. And please encourage people to subscribe. And what I do, this channel is all about vlogging and education and traveling. There is gonna be a lot of fun stuff. I just had to delete the other footage because I was so behind and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna wrap everything up and just restart the videos all over again. So it's day one, and this video is gonna be about a tour at a museum. So I'm gonna take you guys to the museum vlog right now, so enjoy. Subscribe, let's do this. Guys, what's up? Welcome back to a new vlog. Today we're gonna go to the chocolate factory. So see you guys there. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and hit that like button. So yeah, I'll see you guys over at the chocolate factory. So yeah, see you guys there. So ready, you guys, we just got to the chocolate factory.
This is nice.
Oh, thank you.
It's my first time.
A lot of cool chocolate stuff over here in the deli area. It's nice. So yep, all the way down this chocolate. So yep, looks nice.
I love my new cane.
Good.
Why are you laughing at?
Jeez, wow. Nice. Going in the chocolate factory.
Oh, I went too far? Okay.
Maybe there's a chocolate door we should eat.
Oh, jeez. Been crazy. What's up?
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Awesome. My name is Gabriel. I'm going to be your tour guide today. So yeah, we're going to learn a lot about chocolate. Of course, if you have a little bit of questions, let me know. Raise your hand, that way I can answer your question. Also, feel free to take pictures if you'd like to, little videos. But yeah, welcome to our first and last room. This is our chocolate bar room. So we are in a room full of different chocolate bars from around the world. They come from about 33 different countries.
Wow.
And they're very old. Most of these chocolate bars you're looking around, they're about 50 to 60 to 70 years old. Now, if you're wondering if they still have chocolate inside of them anymore, they don't. I ate it all. Yeah, they come from many different places like Austria, like Germany, like Switzerland. If you notice the ones over there by that side, they see like the Crunch Bar, for example, maybe the Cadbury one. Now there's a Cadbury Burnville dark chocolate that you see there on the right corner. That is the oldest one we have, just to give you an idea. It's from 1903, so just about 102 years old.
That's old.
Get started with the introduction video. So I'm gonna have you head over into the rainforest there, and please have a seat in any of those benches that you see.
Straight back this way?
Yeah. Into the theater. Oh.
Jeez.
is a fruit?
No.
Okay, well, most people, believe it or not, don't know that chocolate is a fruit. It's called the cacao fruit. Now, you may notice there's a picture of a tree. The cacao tree is about 5,000 years old. So one of the oldest trees that we have information about, and it was discovered in Mexico. Now, it was a group called the Olmecs. And this happened just about 3,600 years ago as they decided to open up the fruit for the first time ever. Why so? They saw little animals, little insects eating it. That's how we knew things were poisonous back then. They didn't really like the fruit that much, okay? Quickly decided to throw it on the fire. Let's see what happens when we cook it. And the entire fruit kind of burned away. And one of those days they noticed the cocoa beans inside. Now the cocoa beans, those are the seeds of the fruit, and that's what we make chocolate out of. Those are quite bitter, like dark chocolate, but with no sugar. So they didn't really like those either. Quickly had to make a drink out of it. It wasn't any better, okay? It was just cold water, cayenne pepper, and cocoa powder. Yeah, just the way it sounds, this was a spicy and bitter drink, really as gross as it gets. Why would you drink something like this? Well then, we didn't have any Red Bulls, no Monster drinks, or coffee. So yeah, this was their coffee. Now, the team we see right here, the group, are the Aztecs. They came a little later than the Olmecs. Started drinking chocolate, which was our first drink made out of chocolate, all day long, and started using the little cocoa beans as their currency. So that was their money for about 500 years.
What?
Yes, money did grow on trees at some point.
That's funny.
The person in the middle, you'll notice, that's Montezuma. Montezuma was the leader of Aztecs, but also our first ever chocoholic.
Wow.
Yeah, it was consuming just about 19 full cups every single day.
Wow.
Okay, don't know how. Probably why he's got a diaper in that picture. Montezuma's revenge. There you have it. So, we have a relatively large group, but we're going to start heading over to the section. We're going to be facing the table, so you can follow me this way.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm going to start by standing here. Get a nice round of applause.
He can take himself.
For everybody. So yeah, if you guys want to get just a little closer together towards this direction. Perfect, perfect. As long as you can see me, we're good. About a fruit. The cacao fruit happens to be actually one of the hardest fruits to get your hands on, okay? So, I have your cocoa pod that's been dried out. So here you go. That way you can kind of take a look at it. Feel free to feel it. That is just the shell alone. When you dry things out, they get a little smaller. And that's why it does look a little smaller and looks brown. It feels like wood. But what they look like when they're fresh, they have a few different colors. So we have a picture of it right here. Most of them look orange, yellow to red. If you're wondering what the color has to do with anything, well, it has all to do just with the maturity, the amount of sun exposure that the fruit got, but nothing to do with type, okay? There are a few different kinds of chocolate. The three kinds you see right here are the main kinds used today. So, first of all, the Forastero, the one in the middle, that is the one that's mass produced, okay? It's the most common type there is. The reason why it's one that grows a little faster, quicker, which is why farmers like it so much. But the priority of the Forastero is the quantity and not quality, okay? Just like many mass productions, unfortunately, Forastero also is not considered one of the best types of chocolate. As 80% of all our chocolate comes from Forastero beans, this means that unfortunately most of our chocolate is not considered good quality today. And then we have the Criollo on the left. The one that's there, the Criollo, is the highest quality chocolate that exists, okay? So now you will notice a difference, and the quality of chocolate starts on the bean itself. So the Criollo only takes up 5% of all your chocolate in the world, so it's very rare. It can cost you up to $30 for one chocolate bar if it's fully made out of the best quality beans. Has anybody seen a $30 chocolate bar?
No.
Exactly. That's why it's so rare, but it does make a difference in the sense of production, the taste, and the overall quality. Trinitario, the one you see on the right, that is a mix, okay? What we call a mix when it comes to fruits, it's a hybrid. That was created by humans, and it happened in Trinidad. It's a country where it was created, and that's why it got its name, Trinitario, taking up the remaining 15% of your entire chocolate industry. All right, now, here we have our map of the world. And does everyone know what the tropical equator is? No?
I am.
So, it's the line in the middle, okay? The center of the earth That is pretty much where we don't have any seasons and we have the most amount of sun exposure all year round, okay? That's where we find official rainforest. And why do we need rainforest to grow this tree? Well, the environment happens to be perfect. So you need consistent temperature all year round. The cacao tree, if for some reason it gets a little too cold, it's gonna die. Okay, that's the reason why here in Florida, I know it's very tropical, but you cannot grow cacao trees here in Florida. You can only grow them in rainforest. It is native to South America and Central America. It was discovered in Mexico, but then slowly enough started moving around the entire world. So all around the middle of the earth is exactly where we grow the cacao tree. Places like Indonesia, Vietnam, here in Africa, Madagascar, even India, we find some great cacao trees today. Awesome. Now, that's the picture of the fruit. When we open it up, that's what it looks like, and you can see it looks nothing like chocolate. So, the cacao fruit is a little bit slimy, it's creamy, it's a little sweet. We don't really eat much at all, but I'm gonna pass you this jar here, so that way you can at least feel it, touch it, feel free to smell it. Just don't eat it, okay? So I'll start through. But yeah, what we're looking at is just the cacao fruit, okay? Dried out. So that's the first thing we have to do with the fruit, dry it out with the sun, so that we can get our hands on the cocoa beans, okay? So these are our cocoa beans, and this is what we make chocolate out of.
He was reaching for that.
Cocoa beans right there that you see, those have been roasted, they have been dried out. What does this all mean? Technically, those are fully edible, but please don't eat my beans. You're not missing out much anyway. First of all, they're a little bitter, so they don't taste that good. Also, they're relatively dry. Okay. Those right there have a lot of caffeine as well as theobrine. So if you eat about 10 of those, you're gonna start feeling some energy right away.
I have a question.
Definitely.
Are those cocoa beans from the middle?
So those right there we're looking at are the Trinitario ones. So the ones on the right. Yeah.
Yes, sorry, I was raising mine.
So if you eat 20 of those cocoa beans, what happens is you're gonna start feeling a little too much energy. Okay? That's really how much caffeine there is in our cocoa beans.
Literally, I have been on.
What happens after the cocoa beans is you can eat those as a snack. Usually what we do first in order to make chocolate, we have to break those down. So we crush open, ground them, exactly, and now they're considered cocoa nips. Has anybody heard of cocoa nips before? A couple people?
Don't eat them.
Yes.
You can get sick, right?
Well, if you eat a little too much of it, possibly, yes. But yes.
I have not heard of cocoa beans, but I heard of coconut.
Oh, nice. Coconut, yep, there's definitely fruit. Now, cocoa nips is considered one of our superfoods. Okay. What does this mean? It's extremely healthy for us. Yeah, cocoa nips contain the most amount of antioxidants out of anything you guys can eat. Yeah. What are antioxidants? Those are the things that keep us younger, the things that keep us healthy through our lifetime. Personally, I've been eating those cocoa nips since I'm 10 years old. I'm 6'2" now.
Are you serious?
I still look great, right?
I'm joking. You're not 62. You're not 62.
I'm not 62. Yeah,
I'm 14.
I was like, you look like 25.
no, the cocoa
You look
nips.
like you're 20.
Yeah, I am actually 25, so yeah, you're right. Now, what we do with the coconuts first, we have to start grinding those together. We put them into a blender, and slowly enough it starts becoming a chocolate paste, okay? Now that chocolate paste dries out into something that we know as baker's chocolate. So take a smell of baker's chocolate. That smells chocolatey.
This is mine. I want to smell, please.
Has anybody tasted baker's chocolate before?
Yes, but it smells like
Yes,
disgusting.
it is disgusting. That's right. So baker's chocolate it's got no sugar. Okay, it smells good, definitely smells chocolatey, but it's not gonna taste the same way. Okay. Now baker's chocolate, that's meant for baking. Okay. So let's use it for baking. It's our first step of making chocolate. What do we have to do with the baker's chocolate first? We have to press it down with a hydraulic press. Okay. What's a hydraulic press? It's a press that puts tons and tons of pressure into that baked chocolate, and what happens then is that it gets separated into two components. Okay? So, the baker's chocolate, you see, it's got a certain amount of fat inside, which drips down as an oil, it drips down as a fat, it's a liquid. It looks a little bit white, a little yellow. Then as soon as it dries out, the fat that's in there is known as cocoa butter. Cocoa butter, there we go. Yes. Cocoa butter is something you find in cosmetics, in conditioners, in makeup, in creams, and lotion. It is our base of white chocolate.
That's what's in your makeup.
Does anybody like white chocolate? Yes?
I never even heard of white chocolate.
Okay, I have a couple bad news for you guys, okay? Number one, white chocolate is actually not known as real chocolate.
It's from the
Yeah.
I love
White chocolate, yeah.
We argue about that all the time.
Exactly, so hear me out.
No, I do have a teacher.
There's a couple sides to it. First of all, the reason why we don't say that white chocolate is real chocolate, it doesn't contain any of our chocolate component, which is cocoa powder. The one jar I'm not allowed to pass, sorry. It's fallen before and it creates a massive cloud and people run to every side and direction. But yeah, cocoa powder, we know what that is. We find it in stores, all kinds of stores. And this is quite bitter, but also known as our chocolate component. Cocoa powder, where we have the antioxidants, the chocolate flavor, chocolate aroma. White chocolate, unfortunately, has none of it. We are just eating milk and sugar, and just the way it sounded, it unfortunately is the unhealthiest way of eating your chocolate. Okay, which is why it's so good, right? There we go.
I have a question.
Yes.
Right? So you had mentioned that the cocoa pods or something had a lot of caffeine. So
Yes.
does chocolate itself, like if you're eating chocolate, have caffeine?
Right, exactly. So
What's the amount of
the amount of caffeine is hard to determine, as you do have caffeine, but theobrine inside chocolate. Theobrine is a very simple component like caffeine, but a little different. It will put you in a good mood, and it kind of imitates if you're falling in love, believe it or not. So that's why we're eating chocolate, we feel that good. But the darker the chocolate, the more caffeine it has. So white chocolate, believe it or not, has barely any caffeine, if not any. The one thing that will give you energy in white chocolate is the sugar in it. But besides that, the darker the chocolate, definitely the more theobrine as well as caffeine.
Oh, that's why I like dark chocolate
Yeah.
so much.
Well, there we go.
That's why I get that euphoric feeling when I eat it.
But I don't know.
So here's what we're gonna do. As I get this cocoa butter back here in a little bit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of switch off. So you guys are gonna be standing here where I'm standing, right over there. Okay?
Before you do, please don't be turning around and sticking your hands in the powder or anything you want
Yeah,
to do.
don't grab the cocoa powder.
Awesome.
It is
Perfect. So little switch off.
So as you can come towards
Why
me a
don't you
little
go
bit.
in the back because you're taller, Kyle?
That's really bright. Yep.
Has anybody heard of Hernan Cortez before?
Sorry.
Hernan Cortez.
Can you stand in front of
Made Mexico just around the 1600s, and he met up with the Aztecs. Yeah, the Aztecs as well as Montezuma, our first ever chocoholic, was a person to greet Hernan Cortez. He gifted him a little bit of the cocoa beans, gifted him a little bit of the chocolado drink, learned about that spicy, bitter drink, and he felt the most amount of energy he's ever felt. Now, Hernan Cortez was not there for chocolate, okay? He was there for gold. He is a conquistador. As soon as he started collecting some gold of the Aztecs, well, they had a little bit of a fight. The Aztecs did not like him much anymore, but when he opened a big chest of the Aztec, guess what it was filled up with? Cocoa beans, exactly. Currency they were using back in the day. So he was definitely a bit confused, but had a little bit of room left over in his boats, and decides to bring back to Europe about 3.5 tons of cocoa beans. His idea was to recreate the chocolado drink. We didn't have coffee back then, so he wanted to sell it as some type of energy drink, or just sell the cocoa beans alone. But now when he makes his way back to Spain, he meets up with the king in Spain, some royals, some investors, and starts giving out some samples of that bitter, spicy drink right away. Guess what happened? They hated it, yes. So it did not work well for Hernandez. Unfortunately, he was nearly punished by the king of Spain for making him try the chocolado drink. Left over all his cocoa beans. What happened? Goes up to the monks. Yes. By the monks were the people responsible for keeping their hands on new ingredients back then. They were great chefs, knowledgeable people, and just around the same time we had another few new ingredients in Europe, which were cinnamon, vanilla, but also sugar. So yeah, it takes them just about 3 months to create the first ever hot chocolate. So good. They decided to keep it a secret for 15 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so the monks kept hot chocolate a secret. Did not tell Hernan Cortez or even the king in Spain.
That reminds me.
What
I drink hot chocolate every December.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Christmas definitely quite important.
We
to drink hot chocolate.
played the hot chocolate song really loud.
There we go. Yeah, the great movie, definitely. So as they had the hot chocolate, well, such a good beverage, and now we have the happiest people all around here. Now, slowly enough, what happens is when they ran out of their supply of the cocoa beans, they wanted more cocoa beans. So they set up a little meeting with some other explorers and people with ships like those, started giving out samples of the good version of it, and that same month they sent over 30 ships to South America.
Wow.
That started the whole production of chocolate as we know.
Wow.
So now you know. You're
That's
welcome.
amazing.
So you guys can head over to the
That's
next room here
cool.
with me.
It started with hot chocolate. One of the best drinks there
we
is.
got it.
Hot. I do like that song.
Yeah.
Careful though, we're in a room full of
Out. Yeah, face me.
Be gentle.
Right.
Perfect. If you want to move over a little bit more so that we have enough room for everybody here. Perfect. All right, everybody. Perfect. So, welcome to Europe. We started bringing in cookies into Europe slowly enough. About 30 years is the time it took us to establish a solid production of hot chocolate. Now, once we were able to sell hot chocolate around the 1700s, hot chocolate ended up being so expensive. It was more expensive than wine, than champagne, cognac, and any other food product out there. Yeah, hot chocolate was actually just a luxury, and it was so expensive, the only people able to afford it were royals, kings, and queens, and some of the wealthiest people. So along that, of course, it was only in palaces such as the Versailles, which is located in Paris, France, and it was always enjoyed with little fancy cups like the hot chocolate sets you'll notice over there. Something about hot chocolate sets is that they're relatively small, so just about the size of an espresso shot. There's a couple reasons for that. First of all, the price, limited supply of hot chocolate. Also, we were not so used to the caffeine we used to today. So back then, having a small amount of hot chocolate gave us tons of energy, and usually would be enough. But not enough for everyone, as you can meet right here, our second ever chocoholic. This is Queen Anne of Austria, that was enjoying just about 25 little cups of hot chocolate every single day. Now, average lifespan for a woman was just about 40 to 50. That was it back then. But she made it until the age of 7. So one of the oldest ladies to live back then made even a team of scientists do some research on her as to why she lived so long. That's when they found out one main difference. She was drinking a lot of chocolate. So yes, I'm not going to say anything, okay? But it might just be our fountain of youth, or maybe a good excuse to eat some more chocolate. Yes.
And what time period is that?
This is just about 1720, 1730. You're welcome. So, slowly enough, what happened is over here, if you notice that family tree, that is the family tree of Queen Anne of Austria. The two people on the, you'll see her there on the second row to the left, is to King Louis. Yeah, King Louis was her husband, also the one that played for her chocolate addiction. He started bringing in tons of cocoa beans in Europe and allowed this family to become our chocolate family. So they were the ones responsible for sharing and spreading hot chocolate all over Europe. And slowly enough, if you notice, I'm still talking about just a drink, right? Chocolat, and then we're talking about hot chocolate. Where are all our chocolate pieces? Well, it happens that just around in Great Britain in 1847, a man named Mr. Fry created the first chocolate bar ever. And that is the founder, Cadbury himself. The first chocolate bar was not very tasty, okay? It was really just baker's chocolate with a little bit added of sugar. But then when chocolate lands in Switzerland, we incorporate milk into chocolate, and we finally get milk. What happens when we get milk chocolate? We lose our minds over chocolate. Yes. Now we understand what chocolate's all about. Quick enough, things start moving. They try everything with chocolate. We start making pastries, desserts. We start adding some more ingredients to it, and we finally have good tasting chocolate. Some more years go by, and we get the Industrial Revolution. So finally, we're able to mass chocolate. So you guys can go ahead and join me to my next room, which is the machinery room. I'll just be hanging around this side all the way down to the end. Take a look at the machines. Feel free to touch them if you like. Just careful. Some of them may have a little oil, so don't get dirty.
Oh.
Finger.
Hey, you get my pickle.
It really smells like a pony.
I'm looking.
Good now. Can you take a picture for me? Can you take a picture for me inside?
So they didn't press it down. Alright, welcome to our machinery room. The things you're looking at here are considered antiques. They're relatively old. The oldest one you'll see is the first one over here, a grinder or a crusher. It's just about 140 years old.
I don't see
its
it.
job really to crush up the beans into refined lips. This one functions off a steam engine that came from Germany. Next to that, we have something called a coating machine. So the one that looks like a concrete machine, well, that's where we make chocolate covered almonds, chocolate covered peanuts, chocolate covered raisins, chocolate covered raspberries, whatever you want to cover up in chocolate, you put it down there, rotates nice and slowly, and you're done. And then over here we have a powdered sugar machine next to that. Why a powdered sugar machine? Well, powdered sugar is the only way we can incorporate sugar into chocolate. Regular sugar never melts down well. It gives us a grainy result. And also something quite interesting, all the milk chocolate you've been eating, the white chocolate, the milk into your chocolate bars, it's not regular milk, it's just powdered milk to make our chocolate. Use regular milk to make chocolate, it never dries out and it's not becoming soft. So definitely something nice to know. And then on the corner we got a nice 90-year KitchenAid. I'm kidding, not a KitchenAid, it's just a little mixer. This one is from Switzerland. Over the time we got a bit more creative with chocolate. You don't mix chocolate for no reason. We used a mixer like this to start putting some nuts, some fruits, and caramel to chocolate. Those were some of the first ingredients officially put into our chocolate bars. I'm sure today you've seen things like chocolate covered bacon maybe. You've probably seen cheese into chocolate bars. Yeah, we have a cheddar cheese chocolate bar out there. Also, I've had an onion chocolate bar before. That was horrible. We try out absolutely anything with chocolate today. On the corner over there to the right, we have a caramel machine. Why caramel machine in a chocolate place? Well, the combination of caramel and chocolate. That in just 90% of all chocolate factories, you will find caramel machines. So there we go. Over there we have a tempering machine, the small one you'll see there. That's where we mix our chocolate at the right temperature for you to have the beautiful snap in your chocolate bar as well as the beautiful shape. So the texture and all of that. Tempered chocolate is one of the most important things for the quality in your chocolate. And then we get to our last machine right here, which is called a conveyor belt. So that is where we make truffles like the picture above, or you can make all kinds of things like cover up pretzels in there. You can put marshmallows, strawberries, little pieces of caramel. Very efficient as it reuses the chocolate until it's completely done. But that's it for our last machine there. So there we go.
I have a question. The 19,
Yeah, well, yeah, they are just 100 years old, most of them. Some of them are 6 years old, 70 years old, and then the oldest one is just 130 years old. So,
Oh,
yep.
wow.
I have a question.
Yes.
Have you heard of this? Have you heard of Feastables?
Feastables? No, I have not. No.
Yeah, you know Mr. Meese?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a chocolate company.
Oh, nice. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should definitely try to get some into our shop here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it before. Yeah. It's very good.
That's yummy.
Awesome, guys. So we are ready to go into the sculpture room next. Okay.
Sculpture.
So all the chocolate sculptures you'll see in there are made out of solid baker's chocolate. Okay. So it is real chocolate. So of course there's a couple rules. Besides no touching, also no eating or licking of the sculptures. Okay. But this is the room where I'll be there more quiet. You guys can take pictures, roam around, take a look at the sculptures. But with that said, yep, you guys can go ahead and join me.
Just a little nub. Why can't the little nub?
Hi, Elvin.
Oh, neat.
Why can't
It doesn't. What's the
No,
temperature?
so the temperature is 72. Room temperature is actually perfect for chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I have a question. How come when chocolate melts, it never
Statue of Liberty.
That's a great question. So it's the blooming process. So the blooming process will separate the cocoa butter.
I think this is called pyramid, I think, right here. The chocolate or pyramid, I think.
That's kind of crazy.
And we got over here like a little castle. That is so cool. Guys, the history of all the chocolate. That is super cool. And there's more right here.
Look. I can take a little bite of
Sorry about that. these are all the old stuff. I think back 80s or 90s or in the 17s or still not really sure. I wasn't born around in that time, but maybe you guys take some guesses down in the comments. There's a little crib.
It can take you maybe up to a month to make them. It's a quick process working on it every single day. It's usually if you work just once a couple of weeks. So it doesn't really take that.
Was it all the same artist?
Yes, it was 2 chocolates from Austria.
Get it on the Roman.
Hey, there's the Liberty Bell. I guess that's the London Tower. I guess. So yep. Oh, there's some stuff over here.
I like the big one. They did the flower.
Yeah, with the white chocolate.
Yeah.
I can only eat dark chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep. That's a lot of stuff. Oh, sorry.
The big antenna?
Yeah.
It's very cool.
That one. Thank you.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool heads right here. Like, wow.
I really need some.
A lot more stuff going.
Maybe when we get out front.
Cool. Very cool.
Now, the sampling room happens to be a bit of our smallest room, okay? We have a very large group here, so I'm just gonna ask you guys to get pretty close together as much as you can for just a couple minutes. I will be opening up a door here, that way we have a little more room. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna explain to you what we're sampling first, and there is one tray for each of you, okay? So once I'm done explaining what we're sampling, each of you can grab one of the trays, and then that way you can take your time by sampling in the next room by the chocolate wrappers, or if you want to hang around here, or if you want to come back here to the sculpture room and sit down here and sample your chocolates, feel free to do that too.
Okay.
So, join me in here. So I'm going to be standing right here, and you guys can head over to this direction, making a nice rounded ball facing the table. So we're going to squeeze a little bit in this location. So again, if you guys want to start by standing a little further towards that direction, facing the table, and getting a little closer towards this wall right here. Yes, definitely, sorry. What we're tasting first, before we grab anything.
Yes. Why?
You can't eat it yet, Tyler.
I know.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just not fun.
They make fun of me.
Okay, so
Guys, please back away from the table for just a
we
second.
are really focused on bringing chocolate bars from around the world. They're really good quality. So small brands that are making some of the best chocolates. Most of our chocolates outside there, you'll see they're award-winning, some very delicious chocolates. If you guys, the criollo bean I was talking about, the good quality bean, most of our chocolates are fully made out of criollo beans, which is great to taste. It definitely makes a difference. So the first one here is going to be your darkest chocolate. We're going to taste a little bit of everything. Starting with our chocolate from Austria, it's a 72% mix of 5 specific cocoa beans from around the world into making one plain dark chocolate. Next to that we have one called Dolphin. That one is from Belgium. That is still a dark chocolate with candied oranges. So it's going to be a nice caramelized orange there. Next to that we have one called Pacari, that's from Ecuador. It's a 60% dark chocolate with a little bit of cocoa nips, the ones we learned about, as well as a little bit of salt inside. Then we have Minca, also from Ecuador. That's a 45% milk chocolate, and that one right there contains coffee. So hopefully you like coffee or mochas. It's grounded in there, but it's pretty smooth, trust me. Then we have Vosges. Vosges is from the United States. Quite a strange one. So this is a milk chocolate with cheddar cheese and apples. Yes. Now I know it sounds interesting. You may not think it's very good, but it actually tastes delicious. Okay. Next to that we have Fruition. Fruition, New York. That one right there is a 38% milk chocolate with a little bit of vanilla bean inside. Then we have our homemade bark. The red one you're looking at there is a white chocolate with raspberry mixed all throughout, as well as some raspberries on top and cocoa nibs. And at the end there we have Venci. Venci is a chocolate bar from Italy, and that's a plain white chocolate. Yes?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, you're fine.
I was just wondering what's expensive out of those.
So the most expensive I think is the one from Fruition. This one from New York is just about $11. The reason why, they're a very small batch company and they do everything by hand. The tempering and every single one of them is even numbered in the back. So the other ones are just about $6 to $7, so not much.
No $30.
No $30 chocolates, yeah, that's right. So the order we got them in. The first row that's facing you guys, we start on the right. So this is our number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. We go to the back row where we have number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. Left, and then back row again, right to left. Okay?
Okay.
Now there is a tray for each of you guys, so you guys are good to go. Feel free to one of your trays. Once you grab a tray, if you guys want to move back a little bit, that way everyone can grab it.
What are we doing?
Oh
my god.
Are you hearing?
Chocolate.
Well, I love those chocolate oranges during Christmas.
Super cool.
So it's like a break.
Say it.
I love it.
Dark chocolate.
No, it's okay. Oh, maybe.
Pretty good.
Apples and cheddar. Raspberry with pickles.
I mean, I'll put you on anything.
Which one?
So
All right,
Madison.
everyone. So we have just about 1 minute here in this room. Slowly enough, you guys can join me into our last room here in the chocolate wrapper room.
You want these?
I'm okay, thank you. Slowly enough, as we get everybody in here, I do have just a quick little announcement before we head out.
I like the white.
So it is unfortunately the end of our tour here. With that said, we have some of the best chocolate bars from around the world out there. Just like every other tour, we have to offer you guys that 10% discount, which we do, of course, if you are interested in purchasing anything out there. But with that, hopefully you enjoyed the tour. If you did, my name is Gabriel. If you did not enjoy the tour, my name is Josh. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Appreciate
You
it.
too.
Have a good day.
Thank you, I love it.
Sorry.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
You too. They have all these little mini chocolate bars. Wow, little chocolate nuts. Get a close up.
Gabriel doing a great job today.
Yeah, Josh did a great job.
What's on chocolate?
Yeah. Donuts. Gosh. Cookies.
Jack Daniels chocolate.
So many chocolate nuts. Little cookies. Nice. So yeah, guys, we just got done with our chocolate tour. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do after that, so yeah. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. So yeah. Hey you guys, we just got out of the chocolate factory and now we're gonna go to Golden Crab for lunch. So see you guys there. So yeah. Guys, so we're inside the place now and inside the restaurant. Let's get some food here. It's like a little buffet place, so see you guys once I get my food. So yeah. I just got this big ginormous plate. I think I can eat this all. Looks good though. It's very good. Mashed potatoes, fries, chicken, etc. So see you guys after. Okay, now I got myself pizza and French fries again. So, well, this first pizza, but I got more fries. So, anyways, so yeah, done with that plate right there, which was nice. So, anyways, so yeah, that's that plate. Where the mashed potatoes and chicken and fries were, you know, fries and pizza. So, yeah, so plate cool. Looks good. So, see you guys out there. So, yeah. Alrighty, you guys, we just got done with lunch. We're about to head on out of here, so I'll see you guys back in the van. And yeah. See you guys in lunch. So,
I'm gonna go grab it.
So yeah. You guys are back on the bus, so I'll see you guys back at the Airbnb. So yeah. I'll see you guys there. So yeah. Alrighty you guys, we just got back to the house now. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video, so thank you all so much for watching. If you are new, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification icon so you're notified when I post new videos and all that cool stuff. So anyways, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. And yeah, see you all next time. Peace. Please subscribe.